core strengthening. Let's get started with one of my favorite exercises for your lower abs and your deep core. We're going to start with some brace marches. Lie down on your back with your knees bent. The first move is to flatten your back down into the floor and then pull your belly button in. Use your deep core muscles to draw your abdomen in towards your spine. We're going to hold that position as we start to march with our legs. I'll hit start on our timer and let's get going. So we're going to pull the belly button in, keep that deep core nice and tight as we alternate marching. Your back should be nice and flat to the ground. You should be able to hold that belly button in nice and tight. If you ever need to reset the system, take a deep breath, breathe out, pull the abs in. We can do that as we get going. Next, let's take that to the next level by doing some single leg bicycles. So we're going to flatten our back, we're going to tighten our tummy, draw the abs in, and now we're going to slowly lower one leg and then slowly lower the other. So it looks just like this. Emphasis here is once again, keep the back flat, keep the core tight, keep the stomach drawn in as we're after that deepest core layer. Looks just like this. If this is too difficult, what we can do is kick more towards the ceiling like this. Takes a little bit more of the pressure off of the abs, but if you can, try to maintain that position while lowering the leg down to the ground. Next, we're going to make it even harder. We're going to go to the next level with a dying bug. This position with my arms, as I lower my left leg, I'm raising my right arm above my head, and then I'm going to alternate back and forth. Back is flat, stomach is tight. I tell my patients all the time in my physical therapy clinic, if they would just participate in some regular core strengthening, they would never need to come in to see me anyway. This is such a great way to take care of lower back pain and avoid lower back pain, hip pain, lots of problems with this. We're addressing them all. Just take part in some regular core strengthening. Our next exercise is going to be an oblique crunch. The way I like to do that is with my hands. I'm going to reach with my right hand to the outside of my left knee and back down. And then I'm going to reach with my left hand to the outside of my right knee and back down. Kicking on the obliques with this. This is a top-down movement that we add some rotation to. Great way to work those upper abs and obliques. Next, let's get into some marching bridges for your glutes. You're going to contract your glutes, and now we're going to hold this position as I march with my left knee up and then back down, and then my right knee up and then back down. And so I'm kicking on those glutes, those hip extensors. You're going to feel it in your lower back. We want our hips to be nice and steady. No momentum while we're doing this. Working on stability in your hips and lower back. Next, let's roll over and work those lateral stability muscles. This is going to be a left side plank. I'm on my left elbow, and then I'm going to pop up onto the outside of my left foot. I want a nice straight line, nose, belly button, between my knees, between my feet. And then, if you can, let's try to draw in those abs to engage that deep core layer. Got to keep things even. So the next exercise is going to be over onto the right side. You can just roll over. I'm going to flip around so that way I can still see you. You don't have to look at the back of my head. Again, nice straight line right here on the right side. 30 seconds. Here we go. We got it. Next, we're going to get into a couple of my favorite exercises to start to work the back muscles and the back stabilizers. And so let's get into a bird dog position. So we're going to go down on all fours, kick your right leg straight behind you. As you reach forward with your left arm, hold 1, 2, and return right back down. And then we're going to alternate right arm, left leg on this. I just don't want your hips to roll towards the ceiling. Try to keep your hip down and your back nice and flat. let's go ahead and fall down to the ground, and we're gonna do a swimmer exercise. Arms are extended. I'm going to lift my right arm and my left leg up off of the ground, and then return to the start position, left arm, right leg, and return right back down. This is a great way. You're really going to feel this in the glutes and lower back, but you're also going to feel it a little high into the upper back as well, as we work on some of those muscles that are going to extend our spine. Speaking of those muscles, our next exercise is going to be a prone angel. Lie on your back, or excuse me, on your stomach. Knees come off of the ground, and now I'm going to take my hands from overhead to tuck them into my pockets right here, and then right back into this position. Working a lot of great extension through the upper back. This is a great way to combat any upper back pain that you might be feeling as we activate these muscles that extend our spine. And then we're going to finish with two of my favorite exercises for those abs, for that deep core. Let's get into a low plank. I'm going to pop up onto my elbows and onto my toes. I want your back to be nice and flat. I don't want your hips too high to the ceiling. I don't want your hips too low to the ground. Nice and flat in the back. Even try to tuck your hips underneath yourself so that there's not a big arch in your back. Bonus, if you can even kick on that deep core layer and pull your belly button up in towards your spine. And then finally, our last exercise is going to be a bear hold. We're down in this position, and then I'm going to lift my knees up off of the floor. Pull your deep abs in, pull your belly button in to engage your deep abs, and we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. Now, this didn't take a long time. 7 minutes isn't very long. Your core exercises, your core workouts don't need to take a long time. They just need to be done consistently. That's the key. And so I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you come back and join me on this again. And I can't wait to see you on the next one.